Welcome back to the Ottawa Senators GM mode, boys. And I did some pre-video just kind of looking around, and we went a day past the trade deadline last week. We made a couple trades. We got rid of Duchesne and Stone. Got a couple first-round picks a while ago. And I was looking at the message board to see what other teams have done. We'll go down. All right, thank you. It's interesting. So this is another weird one here as Pittsburgh acquires Andrei Kovanov, fifth round pick in 2019, and Hunter Warner from Minnesota for Riley Shahan and Chad Uwedel. Edmonton and Calgary made two huge trades together, which doesn't seem very realistic because they hate each other. So, like TJ Brody for a 2020 first round pick and Ethan Bear. These were just a exchange of picks. And then Travis Hamonic from Edmonton for a 2020 second round pick and a 2019 second round pick and Chris Russell. So Calgary has Edmonton's first two picks in next year's draft. Pittsburgh flipping Hunter Warner there. San Jose getting a third in offseason for Edmonton. Now doesn't have a third. Edmonton doesn't have three picks in next year's draft. Unbelievable. But they do acquire a third round and a sixth round in this draft. Derek Ryan and a fourth round pick from Calgary for a 2020 third round pick. And then this is another interesting one. Louis Belpeggio, a 2020 second round pick, and Derek Bribu, who is a goalie prospect from the Wild who is supposed to be really good, for Jake Gunsel and Carl Hagelin. And then the top one's just an exchange of picks. Like, what the fuck? Those are some interesting trades right there for Minnesota. They want to win, and they want to win now. Which will help us because Winnipeg's in that division and we have their first round pick. Boston is tied for the last wildcard spot and we want them to lose. Yep, so just a recap for everyone too. If this is your first video watching, I don't know why, but whatever. We have Winnipeg and Boston's first round pick. Our first rounder is with Colorado in the Matt Duchesne pick. Which I would rather have our first rounders over Boston and Winnipeg, but what can you do? It was either no first rounder or two potential wildcard picks or playoff picks. So in this video we're just going to go to the end of the season, maybe go up to the draft lottery. Don't know yet, just depending on how all the trades work out, or not all the trades, how just the season plays out. We're not making the playoffs. This is a huge win, and we lose. Alright. I say we're not making the playoffs. But we've gone through a stretch where we won a lot of games. So that's interesting. That doesn't matter for us. Scouted players fitting in. He doesn't utilize his teammates that well. So he was probably a medium elite, so we're going to look at his skills assessment. Alright, Jacob Pelletier is supposed to be a gem. But his loyalty is a concern. So what do we do? Do we draft him knowing that he probably doesn't want to spend his entire career in Ottawa? That's going to be a huge debate that I'm going to have with myself. A couple guys on here. Got winnable ways. Would mesh well in any locker room, blah, blah, blah. Alright. So there is a gem. We found a gem. But he's an asshole. So, that's going to be an interesting thing. An interesting way to look at things. Tom Pyatt injured. Who cares? We have 3 games remaining. Balsers got hurt. And we win our last game. That's all you can really ask for. Boston missed the playoffs. Winnipeg made the playoffs, which sucks, but Boston missed. Fuck you, Melnyk. Fuck you. So, Winnipeg finished with the 9th best roster in the league. We traded Matt Stone there. Boston was the 16th best team in the league. And they missed the playoffs. So they're out of... How I take it, or how I've seen it, is that Boston isn't even a lottery pick. Because lottery is the first 15 teams. So we're picking 16. And we had the second worst record. Bacher finished with 72 points. We have 2 more years with him. Oh, totally didn't. I got out of that way too fast. Kind of depressed. Chris Tierney. We have 2 more years with him as well. 4 years with Bobby Ryan, but I don't mind it if he's getting me 60 points a season. Zingo, 49. Gabrick, 35. Magnus Bayarvi. Not bad. Zach Smith. Not bad. Shabbat. Look at our goalies here. Craig Anderson. You know, not good, but not horrendous either. I mean, what are you going to do when you're playing a bunch of pile of shit in front of you? So, Condon did good. .920 save percentage. That's not bad, but still not great either. We're going for like 5-10 minutes around there. So yeah, we'll just... The regular season has ended. Look at the playoff picture here. Once I look at the entire... Not there. I want to go to points for entire league. As well as... No, wait, awards wouldn't be posted yet. I don't believe. Claude Giroux, 92 points. Stamkos, 90. Tarasenko, Kane, McKinnon, Kucherov, Voracek, all point game players. Kucherov had 49 goals, beating out Ovechkin. Damn. How many points did Carlson have? Carlson only had 64 points. He only had 64 Well, I guess it's more than last year, but I mean, that seems weird that when he's paired up with Brent Burns, who only had 56 points. Brent Burns had a low in points. What lines was he on? Oh, we don't know. We don't know because we didn't scout him that well. Alright. And awards are blanked. Playoff tree. Arizona made the playoffs for the first time in forever. Carolina made their playoffs. Detroit got back to making the playoffs. So yeah, we're just gonna go up to the draft lottery. He's fully healed. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, we're just gonna go up to the draft lottery. Look at what we're picking, and yeah, call it a video. God, that sucks. I knew it was going to be a challenge with this GM mode, and I'm glad. But not having only the second worst record in the league and not having your first round pick. What the fuck are you thinking? Like, we would have had a Klein or a Peterson. I mean, Klein had Jesus. In the USA, he had 101 points. This guy in a tougher competition had 22. But this guy down here, there was a lot of good picks. But yeah, a whole lot of nothing. That's just depressing, man. The Washington Capitals repeat as the Stanley Cup champions. The only good news for us is that we have 16.1 mil in the maximum player salary cap, so. I've never seen the maximum rookie salary cap go up. Are you fucking kidding me?